Some may say that the smartest way to pay off debt is by using the snowball method, and that is paying your debts in the order from the smallest balance to the largest balance. And others will argue that the best way to pay off debt is by using the cheapest method, and that's the debt avalanche method. And so today I am going to explain in great detail, even with an example, of how to save money and pay off debt using the avalanche method. If this is your first time here, my name is Jasmine, aka Budget Treasures, and here on my channel I talk about all things finance with the emphasis on budgeting, saving money, and paying off debt. If that is something that interests you, then just go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And if you are a returning bestie, hey girl, hey, I'm glad you came back by. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel as well. Make sure you guys hit the notification bell so that you know anytime I indeed upload a new video. So if you are here to talk about or here to learn how to pay off debt using the avalanche method, give this video a thumbs up. So in today's video, we are going to talk about the cheapest way to pay off debt, and that's by using the debt avalanche method. I really like this method as well because you do end up saving money in the long run. And so I'm gonna break this video up in 4 parts, and I'm gonna explain to you guys in detail on how to actually pay off debt using the debt avalanche method, which you will be saving money, and it's really the cheapest way to pay off debt. So I do also want to let you guys know, if you don't know, that I am on a debt-free journey myself at this moment. I am primarily using the debt snowball method. It just works best for me in that way. But I will tell you, we're not all wired the same, not at all. So for some people, mainly those people who are numbers people, they see that the smartest way to pay off debt is by using the debt avalanche method. And that is because what you are doing is you are tackling your debt in the order of paying off those that have the highest interest rate to the lowest interest rate. Of course, when you are tackling the debt with the highest interest rate, you're cutting down at that interest and you're not paying back as much. The difference between the avalanche and the snowball, you're not really worried about the interest rate. You're just paying your debts from the smallest to the largest balance. I do have a video about that, and I'll link that at the end of this video, where if you are wondering which would be the best method for you, you can check both videos out so that you can make your decision. So let's move on. So step 1, the very first thing that you want to do is you want to list out all of your debts, all of the debts that you have, anything that you owe. And debt is from owing someone to owing credit card bills to owing loans or just anything like that. So you want to list all of your debts, and I'm actually going to be using an example so that I can show you how to use this method. In my debt-free journey workbook, I do have a debt overview page where you will just list all of your debts right here. But I am gonna give you guys a real life example of how to write this out if you decide that you want to use this method. So the first thing that you want to do is list out all of your debts. So we're gonna have credit card 1 or credit card A. Credit card A has a $3,000 balance and it is at 29% APR. Credit card 2, or credit card B rather, credit card B has a balance of $5,000 and it's at a 0% APR. And then credit card C has a balance of $7,500 and then it has an 18% APR. So this is us listing out all of the debts that we owe. Let's just say we have 3 debts and this is what it is. The next thing that you're gonna do is you are gonna list them in the order that you will be paying these debts off. And remember, we're going from the highest interest rate to the lowest interest rate. So the first credit card that we are going to be paying off is credit card A. So I'm just gonna put credit card A, and that is for $3,000. I'm just put 3K, and that's at 29% APR. The second debt that we're going to be paying off is the 18% APR, and that is at $7,500, and that's 18% APR. And then we have number 3, credit card. I didn't even put credit card C. And then we have credit card B, and that is $5,000, and this is at 0% APR. So you can see, of course, that the interest is going to be higher on credit card A, even though it is the lowest balance. However, it's going to cost more because the APR is higher. So if you only focus on just paying the minimum payment, you're going to end up paying a lot more money in interest. And then we have this balance here, which is $7,500, and this is also a higher APR, which you're going to be paying more in interest. And then here, the last credit card is at a 0%, so it's only going to be $5,000. Okay, now I'm going to give you another example. Let's just say that this is the order that you're paying this off in, but let's say this is on an intro APR. Okay, and let's say that the intro APR is for 12 months. I'm just throwing something out there. So intro APR for 12 months. This is where I'm going to give you a little bit of a twist of what you can do. I personally would take this $5,000 and I would do a balance transfer. I would pay off the $3,000, which now you're wiping out that 29% APR, and you're putting that $3,000 over here at 0% APR. And then you have this credit card already paid off. And then you would just start chipping at the $7,500 at 18% APR. Now, let's say in the same scenario, this one's paid off. You only have these 2 credit cards left. Let's say that you're not done paying off the $7,500 APR when this intro APR is over. And then let's say that it goes to 29.99% APR after the intro. Then what you will do is you will switch and you will start paying off the $5,000, 29% APR, and then you'll go back to paying the 18% APR. Okay, so with this method, especially like if you have a 0% APR, then and if it's like on a promo period, your goal is to pay this the whatever debt it is that you're working on as fast as you can. And the way that you can pay that off as fast as you can is, of course, by getting a side hustle, working overtime, selling things where you can throw as much money as possible at these debts to get them paid off. Especially if you are working with the intro 0% that you may possibly have. Your goal is to get this credit card, this one here, paid off in 12 months so that you can then potentially pay this one off as well, and you're not going to be paying that much money in interest. So in the long run, you are saving money. Okay, I hope that makes sense. A lot of people who, like I stated before, if you are a numbers person and you are all about saving money, then you are really going to gravitate towards the Avalanche method. That makes the most sense to you. Okay, so this is this is actually step 1 and 2. So step one is just to list out all of the debts. And then step two is to prioritize the debts and list them in the order that you will be paying them off. So we're gonna go back to the first scenario. Let's just say that there is no intro APR. This is just 0% and that's it. So this is the order that you're going to be paying off these bills. So step three, the next thing that you need to do is decrease your spending. This is where all of the work is going to come in at. You're going to need to take a hard look at your budget. You're going to need to take a hard look at what you're spending your money on, list all of the bills that you have, and then you're going to need to start cutting some things out. Because what you need to do is have more money to be able to throw at this debt so that you can pay it off as fast as you can. If you are paying debt only with your income and not any side hustle income, then you need to go in and say, okay, what can you get rid of? What can you sacrifice at the moment until you can get this debt paid off? So sacrificing might mean you're not going out to eat, you're not buying any clothes, you're canceling all of your streaming services, you're cutting out or turning off your cable, you're not paying for that at the moment. You are decreasing in your maybe food budget or eating out budget, you're not doing any type of eating out. All of those things, you're cutting it out of the budget. You are pretty much only gonna be paying for your four walls, okay? And what are your four walls? So this is your house, right? This is your house. So you're gonna be paying rent, mortgage, okay? You're gonna be paying utility bills. You're gonna be paying for transportation. And that's however, that's, you know, if you have a car note, gas or whatnot. And then you're going to be paying for, let's see, so rent, mortgage, utility, transportation, and food. Okay. This is food from the grocery store, not eating out, not Uber Eats and all that stuff. You're going to be making your food at home. There's one more that I want to add that is kind of like an essential these days, and that's internet. So it's actually 5 walls because we need internet. It's an essential thing that we need to have. So these are the things that you would need to pay for. Now, if you're able to, you can decrease your internet bill or, you know, whatever it is that you are paying. You can look at saving some money there, but cut the cable off, your rent, your mortgage. I would even call and see if there's a way that you can decrease all of these things. Like, how can you decrease your rent and mortgage? There was one time in my life where I had called my landlord and I was like, I need some help. I can't pay what I'm paying. Can I pay you? I think my rent was like $1,500 and they were like, yeah, what can you pay? And I was like, $1,200. And they were like, okay. And so my rent went down. So it doesn't hurt to ask. And then your utility bills, of course, the way that you can decrease that, turn them lights off, don't run the water, things like that. You can get outside and try not to run the AC since we're in the summertime. Transportation, try not to drive as much as possible. That way you can save money on gas, or you can get gas at some cheaper places. And then of course food, we already talked about that. So this is the only thing that you will be paying for. So let's say that you have cut everything out of the budget, you've turned some things off, etc., and you have an extra $300 per paycheck. Okay, let's just say you have extra $300 per paycheck that you can throw at debt. And that's and let's just say you're paid twice. So then that means twice a month. So that means that you have an extra $600 per month that you can throw at debt, and that is just from your 9 to 5 paycheck. So if you want to see how I would budget that, let's go ahead and I'm going to create an example for you. I'm not going to give you just like detail, but basically you'll have your income here. Okay, this is what you've made. Here is where you will put your bills, right? So your bills will be your rent, mortgage. It will be utility bills. It will be, what did we say? We said internet. And that's gonna be it there. And then here, well, it could be your car note, because that is a fixed expense. And then here, you're gonna have food and gas, okay? You are not going to be contributing to sinking funds at the time. You are not going to be contributing to sinking funds at the time that you're on your debt-free journey. And then here, extra debt. Well, actually, let me back up, because I missed something that's very important to note. So you're going to be paying the minimum payment on credit card C. So minimum payment on credit card C and minimum payment on credit card B. And then credit card A, you are going to be paying $600 a month. Okay, this is the yearly. You're not going to be putting any extra money towards savings. Now let me put a pin here. If you want to save a buffer before you get into your debt-free journey, by all means, do what you need to do. If that's $1,000 that you want to save before you start on your journey, please do that. I am talking specifically for after you have, you know, did all of that. And I'm just talking about how to use the Avalanche method after you figure out savings, etc. Okay, so you're going to be paying $600 a month. Now the minimum payment on credit card A is only probably about $30. So you are putting a lot of money towards debt every single month. Once you are done, it may take you how many ever months it takes to pay off $3,000 at $600 a month. Let me give you a rough estimate. So 3,000 divided by 600. So it'll take you 5 months to pay off $3,000, giving $600 a month. So after you have paid off credit card A, okay, so credit card A is paid in full. Ooh, we're excited. We are celebrating. We're, you know, life is good. Then on the budget, you are going to tackle the next debt, and that's credit card C. So you're going to be only paying the minimum payment on credit card B, and then here, credit card C, you're going to be paying $600. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys couldn't see that. Credit card C, you're going to be paying $600 a month, and you're going to be paying $600 a month until you are done with paying credit card C. Now, so when you calculate that, let's just say 7,500 divided by 600. So this is going to take you about a year if you only pay the $600. Okay, once you are done with that, then you are next going to credit card B, and that is to pay off the $5,000. And that's the last credit card that you are paying off, and then you will be done. You will be debt free. I hope that that made sense. Now, if you are going to be using extra money from a side hustle or any other way that you can make extra money to pay off debt, you're still gonna pay off the debt in the same order. However, you're gonna take the $600 extra that you have in your budget, and you're gonna use that plus any extra money that you make. Okay, so let's say that you make an extra $1,000 from your side hustle. You're gonna take 1,000 plus the 600, and you're gonna be paying $1,600 towards debt. You'll pay that $1,600 towards the first debt. And then let's say the next month you have your $600, but then you make an extra $2,000. And then you will be done with credit card A. So you still keep the standard $600 that you have saved from your budget, but then any extra money that you make from your side hustle, you are gonna throw that money all towards debt until you are all paid off. And of course, you would have saved yourself a lot of money, especially by taking extra money and paying that debt off much quicker. And that is pretty much how you pay off debt using the Avalanche method. And if that makes sense for you, I really encourage that you start paying off your debt today to get this debt paid off. You're not paying in any interest. And then once you are debt free, then at that time, if you want to add your streaming services back, whatever it is that you want to do, by all means, it is completely up to you. It is your budget. So I hope that that made sense. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comment section and I'll be more than happy to answer those questions. But if you are thinking, hey, the Avalanche method, I really don't like it, I want to use the debt snowball method, please do watch this next video, and I'm explaining how to pay off debt using the snowball method, and you can pick which would be the best method for you. But if you have learned anything or you truly enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up before you leave. And you can also give me a thumbs up in the comments to let me know that you guys made it to the end of this video. And once again, leave any questions that you may have. I hope that this video was truly helpful and it encourages you and motivates you to start on your debt-free journey. And if there is nothing else, make sure that you guys are subscribed to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Go be great, besties. Peace out.